I've met Donald Trump a few times. He's been on the show a few times. I like Donald Trump. I'd vote for Trump. Even today, right today, I'd vote for him. But somebody is sending him down the wrong path. He has surrounded himself with stupid people. Notice how Trump has always said that when he's president, he'll get rid of the stupid people who are running the government. I'd like to know who the stupid person is who told him to attack Ben Carson, comparing him to a child molester, because she's stupid. And if he's going to let a stupid girl like this advise him, then we have a real problem on our hands. And I say so again, repeating the same mantra. I will vote for Donald Trump, but I hope that he listens to a replay of this show and that he responds to what I am suggesting will get him that road to victory. Right now, he's not on a trajectory to victory by doing this kind of stuff against Carson. He should be attacking Hillary. He should be attacking liberalism. Not attacking Carson. It's not funny, by the way. It doesn't play well. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel presidential. Does it feel presidential to you to listen to this? Do you resent that I'm even raising the question? Let me tell you why I'm doing it. I may never have another salad at Mar-a-Lago after this. I don't know. I may be disinvited. I may not ever have the pleasure of dining around men who are 90 who have skin transplants to make them look like 100. I may no longer have the pleasure of seeing men who look like they had surgery on Mars. But the thing is, I like Mar-a-Lago and I like Donald Trump and I think he's a wonderful man who would make a great president. But my point today is to be a member of the Fourth Estate. Not just sitting here and saying, amen, 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 amen. That's not my job. How many times have I told you we in the media have one job, and that's to be a member of the Fourth Estate? And we are supposed to criticize the politicians, not be their lapdogs.
I have a belt. What? Somebody hits me with a belt's going in because the belt moves this way. It moves this way. It moves that way. But he took the knife, he went like this, and he plunged it into the belt. And amazingly, the belt stayed totally flat. And the knife broke. How stupid are the people of Iowa? How stupid are the people of the country to believe this crap?
Now, our front runner, Mr. Trump, could have talked about the fact that the national organizer of the Million Student March is a liberal liar who went to a private grade school and a private high school in Chicago where the tuition was over $30,000 a year. And yet this liar, this liberal liar who's the head of the National Million Student March, was not attacked by Donald Trump. Or he could have said, I'm not going to attack Ben Carson. He's a good man. He's not as good as me. He can't cut the mustard in the world we live in. I'm much better than him in deal making. Instead, I want to talk about the attacks on Israel by the European Union and by Barack Obama. He could have said to the people in Iowa who are very religious, do you know that your President Obama just endorsed the European Union labeling of Israeli products the same way that Jewish businesses were stigmatized and targeted for boycott way back during the Nazi era? Did you know that the European Union issued a ruling that bans the Made in Israel label on goods produced in Israeli communities in the West Bank? And do you know that President Obama supports this racist act by the EU? Do you know what Obama's administration said? He does not consider labeling products equivalent to a boycott. And he does not consider settlements to be part of Israel anyway. Isn't that what Trump should have said yesterday instead of attacking Carson? Shouldn't he have talked about Hillary Clinton supporting partial birth abortion during her entire life? Shouldn't he have talked about the fact that innocent babies are dismembered and their baby body parts sold because of laws put in place by the Clintons when they were in power? Shouldn't he have talked about the fact that the number one donor to Bill Clinton, the man who headed up the Democrat National Committee during Clinton's years when Hillary was co-president, a man who started with a parking meter company in the Bronx, then wound up taking over L'Oreal Space and Technology, and then with government contracts, knowledge, and grants, used the technology that he got for virtually nothing from the taxpayers, and he gave it to communist China, who said they would not use this rocket technology for anything other than peacetime usage, weather satellites, satellite communication satellites. But they then turned around and gave this technology to the People's Liberation Army, who can now launch a missile to Los Angeles or Chicago or Dallas. That's something I would like to have heard yesterday instead of talking about Carson's belt. And so I say something is wrong with this picture. And I say so considering myself a supporter of Donald Trump. He didn't lose my support for one mistake. But if it happens again, then I'm telling you something is really off the rails here, and he ought to fire his advisor. Whoever told him to go down this road, she should be sent back to whatever dumb college she came from, because she's the exact kind of stupid person that's ruining America. Donald Trump keeps saying he doesn't like stupid people. I'm sure he doesn't. He's a very bright man. He said that when he's president, he'll hire smart people, like Carl Icahn to be our trade negotiator. I like that. That's good stuff. Then why does he hire stupid people who advise him to attack Ben Carson in the most, well, in the boxing world, if you hit someone below the belt, you know that you get penalized for that? I still watch fights. I love to watch boxing. And there are some fighters who are dirty fighters. You know that? They continuously hit the other fighter under the belt. They do it as a matter of course. Or they headbutt, making believe it's by accident. And they cut the other man's eyelid open. And once the bleeding starts, you can't stop the bleeding, no matter how good the fighter is. Usually, he'll lose the fight. I don't like dirty fighters. I don't like headbutts. I don't like hitting someone in the gut underneath the belt. So I'm going to say this was a mistake. I'm going to say that Donald Trump was tired and he accidentally hit Carson under the belt by accident. But if it happens again, we're going to have to come to another conclusion.